an issue with the car. I'm not sure what's going on. It randomly makes that noise sometimes. You're probably going to hear it a couple of times throughout this stream, and I'm going to go ahead and personally apologize for that. Let me find somewhere I can set up my camera here. I gotta move some stuff around. Alright. I should have prepared for this a little bit better. There we go. That's perfect. So today we're just gonna do a random live stream and just sit and chat for a little bit like we did the last time. I have my voice back again, which is really nice. I'm still kind of feeling congested and all that good stuff, but I will say that I am on the upswing of that illness that I had the other day. It was horrible. I couldn't breathe properly. It felt like the first time I actually had COVID, um, which I actually got sick with COVID back when, like, pre 2020, so I don't even think they fully were aware of what was going on until they started, seeing more and more cases. So certain facilities, like the facility I went to be assessed and triaged in the emergency department, you know, weren't aware of what they were dealing with. So I got diagnosed with a viral infection. But looking back at it now, and after the second and third time I've had COVID, I am 100% certain that that was COVID, and it was the worst one for me. I thought I was going to literally die. So, um, that was, yeah. But this one didn't feel like COVID, so I'm not sure. It was kind of like it, like I had all the congestion and couldn't breathe and couldn't speak properly, but it was more like bronchitis or something like that. So, I'm very happy to be somewhat over it. Um, I got to go to work here in just a bit, so I'm just getting my stuff together. Um, my wife and I, we live a good distance away from our work, so I kind of just rode into town with her today and kind of just been hanging around since we only have the one car and it's just easier than having to go back and forward. And plus, we live like 30 minutes away, 45 minutes away, give or take, from where we work at a certain facility in Anniston, Alabama. So, um, that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not really going to talk about my work because, I don't want any issues. I try to be very arbitrary, so um, I don't want any kind of issues with my job. So, those of you who do know me, you do know where I work at, though, because if you're friends with me on Facebook, you can obviously see where I work. But anyway, we're not going to get into all that. I also have a Facebook page for my YouTube channel, so those of you who know me can also follow that as well. Those of you who don't know me, it's going to be posted in the link, the description down below, and you can follow me on Facebook there too. I do a lot of still photography, and if you happen to miss the video being uploaded by the YouTube algorithm and you happen to notice it in your subscription feed or happen to miss it in your subscription feed, I do generally post the videos I upload on Facebook as well, a link to them, so my Facebook users can obviously, know when I'm uploading a video if they're not subscribed or whatever. I would appreciate everybody who does subscribe, though, because obviously it helps me out. I'm trying really hard this year to get this channel monetized. I hope everybody will be a part of that with me because I've sat around on YouTube not doing anything, let my views tank, let my subscribers tank, and this year, and well, technically towards the middle of this year is when I started getting really active again, and I'm hoping next year I'm going to be like nonstop. My goal was to put a video a day up every day next year. So I don't know how I'm going to make that happen yet, but hopefully I can do stuff like I did when I went to Birmingham and just kind of shoot a bunch of videos in a short amount of time, because that's the thing, like, I can go to a city like that or go to like Atlanta or something like that, which is relatively close to me. And I can shoot a bunch of videos just walking around in a very short period of time. That's the beautiful thing about elevator photography. The hardest part is getting my watch hours up, and of course my subscribers right now. I need 500 subscribers, and we're currently sitting at 224, 225. So we're almost halfway there. So those of you who do watch my videos and do enjoy my content, please do subscribe because it would help me out more than you know, and I would greatly appreciate it. And I try to go through and respond to every comment on my videos, so if you guys want to feel free to comment, go right ahead because I do respond to all my comments, and I try to give you guys a heart, a like, and, respond to, a personal response as well because I'm a small enough YouTuber that I can do so. So you guys mean a lot to me. You really do. And I appreciate each and every one of you who do watch me. I will say that we are almost at 100,000 total views. So that is a huge milestone for me. I know Andrew and, several other of my predecessors have hit 100,000 way before I have. But it is a very big accomplishment in my book because my channel was always a very slow growing channel, and it still kind of is. I've seen a lot more growth in popularity since I've been active again, because obviously there are more YouTube elevator filmers out there, and there's a lot more elevator enthusiasts as well. So that's kind of the beautiful thing about it. The problem is obviously the watch time. I have to do like longer videos like these live streams and stuff to kind of help pad that a little bit, or I have to do shorts to get, so many short views in order to be monetized. You guys know how YouTube's process is to get monetization. So, it's going to be slow going, but I'm hoping this year we can see big things happen and maybe be just another step closer to there. And that's all I want. That's my goal for this year. Probably going to start, exercising more this coming up year too. I guess talking about New Year's resolutions here at Thanksgiving. My birthday is in 3 days. Wait, no, 2 days. I'm sorry. Today's the 24th. So my birthday's in 2 days. I'll be turning 29. So it'll be my last year before I hit 30. A little bittersweet about that, but I guess, 30's the new 20 and so on. So that's what my mother told me today anyway. So I don't know. I feel like you're only as old as you feel, and right now I'm feeling pretty young, and I'm still feeling pretty good and in shape. So, I got some time left in me, I feel like. So anyway, and obviously the kids keep me young, they keep me active, and I do stuff with them, but I'm hoping to start going to exercise again, start lifting weights again, get back in shape. I was in better shape towards the end of high school, which, I mean, I'm still in pretty good shape. I'm at a healthy weight now. At one point in time, I was really depressed after my ex-wife and I separated. Really depressed, going through it a lot, and I wasn't eating properly, so I was actually really underweight. So now that I'm happily pushing about, I was weighing around 150, 155 then, which isn't super underweight for a guy my height, but I didn't feel healthy, I didn't feel great, and now I'm closer to about 178, 180, somewhere around there. So I'm a little bit on the heftier side, but I'm also about 6'2", so that you got to bear in mind I carry my weight a little bit differently. So I'm taller, naturally I carry my weight a little bit differently. So, but that's beside the point. I do want to start exercising, getting some muscle mass built up, start feeling healthy again. I used to ride bicycles all the time, and I really enjoyed that. and hopefully I can get my kids into cycling, and then maybe it can be like a family thing that we all do, because I have some of my bicycling videos uploaded on Facebook, but they're not very good because GoPros and things like that weren't a thing at the time. So well, they did have them, but they were really expensive, and as a high schooler and, you know, middle schooler, I couldn't really afford to buy a GoPro. So and I didn't have a job until almost, not a like consistent job, like I cut grass and stuff like that. I, you know, made money as a high schooler, but it wasn't like a consistently paying job until I started working at Burger King in 2014. And so obviously I had to, you know, just do what I could do with what I had. My original camera, like I said, I've been recording videos since 2008, but none of those could be uploaded to YouTube due to the fact the flip phone I had at the time, sorry, that car was just being weird, it distracted me, but the flip phone I had at the time, hey Janes, how are you? Good afternoon. Anyway, it's nice to see you. Thanks for joining. I'm just doing a random live stream here, kind of just sitting and chit-chatting about some upcoming events and stuff. But I've been around since 2008 on YouTube, like I said, and not on YouTube, but the flip phone I had at the time and recorded on could not upload my files to YouTube. So, and they were only like little 6-second videos. That's all that phone would do, is like a 6-second recording. So it wasn't until my grandmother got a new Digicam and I was presented with the old Digicam, a Sony DSC W55, and it was pink. So fun fact about that. And I don't remember what year Sony released that camera, but I know it was a very early 2000s camera, so the quality was very low. It recorded 480p. I didn't get my first HD camera till probably closer to 2010, 11, I don't remember. But obviously, you know, after my grandmother passed away, I took my hiatus from YouTube, and then I started recording on my iPhone, and that was high definition. And then when I took another hiatus, hey, thanks, man, I appreciate that, I really do. But after that, I obviously came back and started being active this past year, and everything's being recorded on the Samsung Galaxy S24 right now. I believe this is an S24. So she was in her 60s. She was born in 1951. 1951. And she passed away in 2014. So that would have put her being like her early 60s, like 62, I feel like. So it's okay. I've had time to, you know, process it and stuff. Like I miss her every day. She was a big part of my YouTube foundation because she supported my interests and, you know, saw this as a very strange hobby, obviously, but she was like, you know, if it makes you happy. So that was her thing. So she was very supportive of it, and obviously being a kid at the time, I didn't obviously have driver's license and stuff, so she had to take me to all these places to record all these elevator videos. So if it wasn't for her, Shunty Buddy Productions would have never been a thing. So, and of course, you know, I've paid my tributes to Andrew and Music Freak CC and you know, several other YouTubers as well, because obviously they were a big inspiration as well. Sorry, I'm kind of losing my train of thought here over and over again. I'm sitting in a parking lot at work, and people are just kind of being sketchy out here right now, so I don't know why we have all these people hanging out outside of my work here lately, but it's been kind of weird. So anyway, well, you can do it. All you need is a camera. I mean, honestly, if you I record elevator videos, so I mean, if that's a little niche hobby that you'd be interested in, that you can obviously, anybody can do it. You just need a camera. You just need to be mindful of others when you're riding the elevator. That's the biggest thing I gotta say, is if people are uncomfortable with you recording or they ask you to stop, you know, then just try to get the video at a later time. So it's just important to be mindful of other people and people who are using the elevator for an actual purpose. You know, it might interrupt your video, but that's my biggest thing with, you know, elevator photography, and that's something I try to do now, especially. I wasn't always the greatest about it as a child. I've shut the door in people's faces and stuff before, so I'm not proud of those moments. Most of those videos have been pulled down for obvious reasons, and just, you know, some videos, I don't remember why I pulled them down. Some of them were just really bad. I'd probably have closer to 500 videos now, if probably not 500, probably closer to 400 if I hadn't pulled some of them down, because I know some of them were just really bad. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. That was several years ago. I've been stuck on an elevator before. I've actually been stuck on several, if I'm honest. Here at work, I've been stuck on the elevators here. I've been stuck on the elevator at the Birmingham Parking Authority parking garage with my 2 children. That was the one Diesel Ducey actually filmed it when he came to Birmingham, Alabama. And then, let's see. There's another one. It like was more so a confusion thing. Like, it had a positioning sensor issue, so it couldn't decide what floor it was on, so it kept going up to 2-1, and it did that several times before it finally reset itself, and then it finally, you know, let me off on the floor I was trying to go to. So I wouldn't really, I guess, classify that as getting stuck, other than the elevator doors wouldn't open and it wouldn't let me off. So other than that, though, I haven't had too many issues with elevators, other than, but being stuck's, you know, it's not a bad thing. Just, you gotta be mindful, you know, use the there's a phone, you have cell phones now, just call for help. And if you can't get anybody on the elevator phone, then you can just call the fire department and they'll be more than happy to come help you. So, and it usually doesn't take long. I think the kids and I, when we got stuck the last time, which that was not last year, actually it was last year. The ones the kids and I got stuck on, we were only stuck for about 15 or 20 minutes. So it wasn't a very long time. It was enough to make the kids get really restless, but other than that, it wasn't bad, you know. So I'll take a sip of my Dr. Pepper. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, it's been a long road for this channel, and I'm obviously trying really hard this year to get towards monetization on YouTube, because I want to be able to bring forth better quality videos. Like, I'm already putting a lot more heart and soul into my videos now than I did when I was younger, and I feel like that's kind of, you know, speaking for itself, because my views have steadily been increasing slowly. So I feel like the YouTube algorithm is starting to like me a little bit, but it's just taking some time. So, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys as well too for all you do to support me as well. Like I said, I've never been monetized, but trying to get there. So, I do all this on my own time, and this is just my hobby, really. If I, can turn it into more than a hobby one day, that'd be great. But when that day comes, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So, but I do try to upload daily, so that's one of my things. I've been doing some of these elevator throwback videos here lately of some of the older videos I've taken, and the older videos I've taken of places I've been back to recently, and kind of doing like a before and after of the elevator. Because a few of them have been updated. The one at Lyric Square has been updated. The one at Stringfellow had a new controller put on it. Bagby got their hands on it. It's no longer a Dover. They modernized it to a Bagby elevator, so that's unfortunate. It's not that I don't like Bagby Elevator Company. It's just I feel like their elevators have a lot of control issues. They tend to experience confusion a little bit more than any other elevator brand that I've encountered in my time on YouTube. So that's my thing about Bagby Elevator. The older Bagbys run great. The relay controlled Bagbys, wonderful. The modern controllers that they are putting on elevators, they'll go to random floors and open up and for no reason, or like you'll push the button to go to a floor, the door will close, the door will immediately open back up like somebody called the elevator, then you got to let the door close again, and then it finally goes. Or then you have some of them that just can't figure out what floor they're on sometimes. So Bagby Elevator is not a bad elevator company, but they do need to, feel like, work on some of their elevators a little bit better than they do. So let's see. You guys want to take a look around at where I'm at? There's a crack in my windshield, so don't mind that. A rock hit our windshield going down the road, so kind of sucks. It's a very beautiful sunset. I think if I ever left Alabama, I think that's what I would miss the most about it, is the sunsets. Yeah. And there's a lot of vans over there. Anyway, that's enough of that. And I can't show you guys my work, obviously, so I'm not going to anyway. I try to be very arbitrary, like I said. So let's see, what else can we talk about? Oh yeah, so back to the watch time thing. So watch time's like the biggest deal, so that's why I try to do these lives every now and then to get my watch time up a little. And then on top of that, my videos are usually very short, even though I do them in long form format, because I could do YouTube shorts, I really could, but I really just don't like the vertical format. I like to record like this, but obviously you can't do that while you're live, so you have to do horizontal. And I just don't care for the format of these videos. I like the original, like YouTube was meant to be. It was meant to be watched on a computer or a TV, or on full screen on your smartphone. So I don't know. I like YouTube, I really do. I just don't appreciate some of the directions YouTube is moving in with the shorts. I like the live stream feature. I really enjoy that, because that really helps, get your viewership up. And let's see. That's, and of course, you gotta you know, you got your long form videos as well that are, they're pretty much the same as they've always been, but now you got to be careful about, the orientation of your video and cropping and stuff like that, because YouTube is so spread out amongst so many different devices now. So it's really hard to get it right sometimes. If you can see in my video, sometimes my video editing software completely botches the cropping job. So, I mean, it's one of those things you have to deal with as being a creator, I guess. You have to learn from your mistakes. So, I need to get a new one of these hats. I've had this thing for so many years now. What's funny is I haven't even really had a need for it until recently. So, now my hair's like super long and being all crazy and stuff. So I really need it now to like keep my hair under control. So, but anyway, I'd like to eventually take a trip somewhere like Atlanta. Actually, I wouldn't mind going to Atlanta to shoot some videos of the parking garages and stuff over there. I'd like to go experience the very famous ones over by the, I forget where it is, but they were Otis Lexans that Andrew and Connor had filmed at that really sketchy looking parking garage down there. And they've been modernized since then. I don't remember exactly when the modernization took place, but regardless, I'd like to check those out as well. So, I don't know. There's big things in the future, I'm sure. Like I said, I'm going to work really hard at trying to get as many videos uploaded next year as I possibly can. So, the closer I get to like a video a day, the happier I feel like I'll be about it. Because, like I said, I have seen small growth in my channel and my viewership, and I'm hoping that this small growth will continue its momentum, because I really enjoy the momentum right now, and it's really like rewarding to see how engaged my audience has been so far. As you know, considering I've been gone for so long, I've been off of YouTube, not off of YouTube. I've never deleted my channel or anything like that, but I went into hibernation for I don't even know how long. I just sat here and passively watched YouTube. I never bothered making creations, and I've been logged into my YouTube account for all these years. So, and it's crazy. I guess I've just found my spark for it again, and I'm really happy I have, because haven't been in the best places in my life recently. Adapting to the new job and stuff like that. I work in a very stressful environment, so, things aren't always sunshine and rainbows, and I'm happy that I've found some form of spark in life again, and something that I can enjoy, besides my children. I love my children to death, but, it kind of felt monotonous just doing work, kids. Now I get to go out and do this every now and then again, and it gives me something to do. So I really enjoy being active on YouTube again. I know we don't really have anybody watching right now, but someone will see this video eventually when it goes up. So I really like being active on YouTube again, and I really enjoy making content again. So I feel like, and my wife is super supportive of it as well. She's always in my videos now. You pretty much see her in every single one. That's because I get nervous in public places. So it helps to have your support person there, and she's not big on the YouTube scene, so I don't really show her face a whole lot, and just make the videos solely about her. But she's not about the YouTube scene. She's about the adventures and going along with me and just checking places out. So that's her thing. So she enjoys doing that. And I enjoy filming the elevators, so it works out perfectly. So, like I said, there are big things coming in the future. I've still got more videos going up. I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break around the holidays because things are going to get very busy at work. And I'm going to probably take a short break and then get hard back at it next year. So I still have videos coming out. I'm still going to be, responding to comments and doing live streams and stuff like that and shorts here and there. But and I'll probably still be filming elevators here and there. It just really depends on where I find elevators because, the holidays, it's going to be busy everywhere. Places are going to be closed at odd times and this, that, and the other. So it's just going to be one of those things that I'm just going to have to see what my schedule of work looks like and how things play out, really. So, but after that, we're going to be hard at it again. So it's just going to be a matter of time. And I'm hoping my wife and I are very, very seriously considering moving to Birmingham in the near future. Not because we want to just like live there or anything. It's just there are better job opportunities for both of our career fields out there for both of us. And what's the word I'm looking for? There's just more stuff out there. And then, of course, lots of elevator videos can come to that as well because, living there, working there, I'll be able to find all the little odd and end places too. And there's a Publix over there that's actually got an elevator in it as well. And I'm hoping to check that out the next time I'm over that way. So, like I said, a lot of stuff coming into the future. And if we end up moving to Birmingham like we're hoping to around the first of the year, there's going to be even more stuff coming then. There's going to be all kinds of content, guys. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how much time I could probably spend in that city and probably still not have a recording of every elevator out there. And granted, a lot of those places aren't readily publicly accessible, but if I can make friends with people out there, then maybe I'll be able to find somebody willing to let me, film the elevators that way. So, a lot of big things coming, a lot of future videos coming, a lot of big plans. So, I just want everybody to stay tuned. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. I probably won't be doing a live stream on Thanksgiving because I will be working. And, let's see. Hope everybody has a great Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all that good stuff. So, why? Okay. Sorry, this guy just made an illegal U-turn, and it didn't make sense for why he did it. The people in Alabama, if you drive in Calhoun County, Alabama, I'm sorry, you are 9 times out of 10 probably an idiot. We definitely do not have a short supply of them here because we have all the people out of Atlanta, all the people out of Birmingham, and it's just there's just too much nonsense going on. So that's my rant about traffic for today. But yeah, so I guess I don't really have much else to say here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream. I know nobody's really watching it right now, so I guess I'm gonna wrap this up. I don't know what's going on. Guess I'm gonna wrap this up here, and like I said, stay tuned. Please subscribe. It really helps me out more than you know. Like I said, I'm trying so hard to get to 500 subscribers, and I want you guys to be part of that journey with me. And we'll, work on the rest as the time comes. But we're gonna work really hard on this channel this year, and we're going to work really hard in years to come, because I want to see this channel do great things. So, and I'm going to work very hard and be very dedicated to it as well. I'm not gonna disappear anymore on you guys. So that all being said, I hope you guys have a happy holiday, and I will talk to you soon. Everybody take care.